All right, Brandon Walker. I'm hosting Pick Central, the daily gambling show for Barstool Sports. We are here on a Thursday, two more days before Wild Card Weekend, and we get into the playoffs, and we start determining who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl very, very soon. We have a lot of other sports we can talk about. I am flanked today by Mr. Smith and Smitty.
Flanked? What are we at, war?
We're flanked, yes. Well, sometimes when you're here, it does feel like we're at war. Yes.
Let's keep the back gate.
Sure, if America
closed.
America ever does go to war, we'll lose, and it'll be Doc Rivers' fault.
Yes.
Okay. There's Big Ev.
Brandon, hello.
Big Ev, how are you?
Been better, been worse.
What are you doing here?
Up here for a couple days, so had some stuff to still get out of my place in Hoboken because I kind of left in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I don't want y'all to forget about me. I'm going to try to get up here at least once a month for sure. So good to be in the office. Good to see all y'all.
Oh, John, we haven't forgotten about you.
John.
We would never forget about you. How's the transition been?
It's good, man. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying 70.
So how's life in New Orleans been?
70, 75 degree weather's been nice. I can tell you that. But yeah, it's been fun. Got excited. A lot of good stuff. We got some fun stuff coming with the Pelicans that I'm gonna be announcing today. It's good.
When are you announcing that?
This afternoon. Megan's involved with it too.
Megan is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is she on the show today, by the way? Oh, she is. Okay. Hi, Megan.
Hey, Brandon. I love your jacket.
Oh yeah. This is
Fred's.
This is my Fred's of Baton Rouge pullover, jacket, whatever you want to call it. I like Fred's of Baton Rouge.
I fucking love that place.
Notice Brandon wearing purple and me not. I want that noted.
Yeah, I'm
a supporter of Fred's.
Yeah, a supporter.
I like Fred's too.
So the owner of Fred's was out there, and I never.
Shout out Mark.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Mark and Betsy. That's Mr. and
Legends.
Mrs. Moose.
Okay, well, so his name's not Fred. That's interesting.
Yep.
Anyway, so they introduced me to him because we were about to do the show, and they said, "Hey, this is Mark." I said, "Hey, man, what?" And I was like, "What do you do for us?" Because I'd never met the man in my life, and he goes, "This is mine." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, my bad, my bad." So he runs the bar.
Me and Fasoli went down and partied with him again. It was a great time.
Hard to
And
imagine.
for anyone that doesn't know Mark, he looks like just one of the guys that works on the beach in Destin and just puts out the umbrellas and chairs all day long, but is like the most chill, happy guy.
That's a good description. I would have said maybe somebody who's spent the last 30 years of his life just following AC/DC around the country.
He does look like that. I think that's that's a good read.
Yeah.
Also accurate and probably would.
Yeah. So, Fred's and hard time imagining a better college bar than Fred's in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I
There's not
agree.
a better one.
And I'm sure there are. I know that one in East Carolina that keeps winning.
Sub Dogs, I think.
Yeah.
Jake's Bar, Westchester.
Do you want to announce the Pelicans thing, Megan, since he hasn't announced it?
No, this is Ben's project. I don't want to steal any shine from my friend Ben Mintz over there, so I'll go ahead. I mean, I'm sure we have multiple Ben announcements today. Ben bombs.
Ben
so
bombs.
We can start with the first one.
I'll go ahead. Yeah, we're having an official Barstool Sports happy hour night with the Pelicans on March 11th. Playing the Thunder, so I've already hit up Alex Bennett, see if she can get involved. But it's going to be in the stadium at one of the bars. If you buy tickets through it, $5 goes to Hogs for the Cause. And, the Pelicans ticket office actually contacted me about it, so we're looking to have a big turnout. And Megan's committed. We'll see who else we can get out there, but it's going to be really fun. I appreciate the Pelicans for reaching out.
Well, doesn't that sound nice?
Yeah, it's nice of them. It's Saturday, March 11th. So
how many bin bombs are we going to be expecting?
I think that's probably the only one. The other ones I'm working on while I'm here with meetings that I can't announce yet. I got to get them cleared.
No, I would like for you to announce everything that you're doing before the meetings. That way you put the pressure on Barstool, and they have to follow through with it. Like they can't not do it when you've already announced it. Oh fuck.
Well, the other thing.
They've already announced it.
Well, the other thing, I've got my team.
You don't actually have to say it.
I'm not gonna say the other thing, but I'm wearing Team Portnoy. We're doing Megan's part of it again. We're gonna do the Team Portnoy for Hogs for the Cause. Brandon, appreciate you. All y'all donated last year. Super cool. We're gonna do year 2. We raised almost $50K last year, and we're hoping to raise more. But that's March 31st and April 1st in New Orleans, and so starting to get the wheels in motion on that too.
Anytime you can name your pork barbecue cooking team after a Jewish guy, you just got to do it.
I know, it is pretty funny, isn't it?
All right. So, Smitty, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, Brandon.
Doing good?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's good to see everybody. Ebo, you didn't print me out that prep sheet I asked for.
Yeah, I think you did enough prep on your own.
Okay.
Can you repeat what you wanted me to prep, by the way?
Yes, I wanted you to. I asked you at 11:35 to please prep a sheet with 5 to 10 discussion topics that the group of us can go over and have thought-provoking discussion on about sports today.
Okay, we have the non-thought-provoking discussion we've been having out there.
I have that one on the sheet.
Okay, and I would like to make an amendment to that one as well.
Well, I'm actually amending it, the idea to not use you guys and to just use hypotheticals.
Can't amend the amendment.
I can amend the amendment.
Not without making another amendment. Have you read the Constitution?
I think he got you.
Shut up, Ev.
We're doing Schoolhouse Rock.
None of you know the Constitution, okay?
That's true.
All right, so we've got NFL football games, and I have some questions based on it. I have some thought topics. I guess I can ask you this. All right, we have Seahawks, and this is to reflect the current line movement or the line movement that happened between yesterday and today. As we've had some quarterback announcements, we know that Tua will not be playing. We know that I think now we kind of know. I don't know if it's been officially announced, but it sure feels like Lamar Jackson ain't playing.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, it didn't sound good. They said there's still had swelling in his knee.
And the number has ballooned there. So right now, your current lines on the Barstool Sportsbook. Seahawks are plus 9.5 at the 49ers. The total, 42.5. The Chargers are now minus 2.5 at the Jags. That one opened back up a little bit. It had gotten down to 1. Now it's 2.5 again. 47.5 is the total there. Dolphins are plus 13 at the Bills. Again, Tua Tagovailoa not playing. We don't know if it'll be Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson yet. I'm not sure it really matters. 43.5 the total there. Giants, the only one that really hasn't moved at all.
Yep.
Giants plus 3 at Vikings, and that thing has stayed rock solid since it came out. 48's the total. Ravens plus 9 at the Bengals, 40.5. And the Cowboys Monday night, 2.5-point favorites at the Bucks. Now, I'm going to go one by one on these games, okay? Because we're gamblers. We want to give our thoughts. We want to be forthright and everything. All right, so I'm just going to start with the easy ones. Because I think the 2 easy ones are the ones with quarterback issues. Dolphins plus 13 at the Bills. If you bet the Dolphins, you're just a masochist, right? Even if you win that, you are really taking a leap of faith to win that bet. Plus 13 with bad quarterback, and you're going to see Josh Allen.
You're plugging your nose when you hit.
Absolutely, you're plugging your nose. You don't believe in it if you do it.
That's you know something.
You're No, I don't think you know anything. You're submitting it and you're praying.
Yeah,
that their defense can somehow not let Josh Allen score 40.
And when the Bills and Dolphins last played in Buffalo, it was a very close game. Dolphins could have won that. That was with Tua Tagovailoa. Yes. Smitty, is there any reason to think I just can't imagine laying money on Dolphins plus 13?
No, unless the Bills come out, in which they have in the past, not as climatic as they can be. They sometimes play down the competition. I don't think they will, but I can see a game where they control it and still win, 27-16.
I don't know. This feels like one of those blood in the water type games.
It does, but how many times have we seen the Bills be put in those situations this year and in years past, and they just don't come out and stamp the dick down?
I just don't think it's ever been like this team without what Skylar Thompson is just such a different team. They're bad.
I agree. With
Skylar Thompson, they're like one of the worst teams in the league.
I'm just saying the only way the Dolphins can cover is that the Bills take the football.
I think that's fair. So, I did see a stat that was very favorable too in these wildcard games. 10-point favorites and above, they cover.
They handle business
a lot.
Well,
I want to say it was 70-ish%.
If there's a 10-point favorite in a playoff game, it's usually a mitigating reason why.
Yes.
There's usually a factor that leans into it that says, oh, this is why this team is a 10-point favorite because there's an injury or this or that. What do you think?
I think the Bills are going to crush them. I think it sets up even better for Buffalo that everybody, even though Tua played, Miami did compete with them. And Buffalo, look, Skylar Thompson, they scored 9. I mean, they got the safety at the end last week. Scored 9 points against the Jets. I don't know how they're getting above 13. I just can't see it if he's playing quarterback, and good luck stopping Josh Allen. I mean, I know the line's high, but I think Buffalo 27-7, 31-7, somewhere in there.
Last 13 double-digit dogs, 2-11 against the spread.
One other quick point.
I saw a different. What I saw was like they were like 13-7, 2-11 against in the wild card. Or,
Dogs. He said the dogs.
Just
dogs.
Yeah,
Oh,
double
not the
digits.
favorites.
The
Sorry.
last 13 double-digit dogs just in the playoffs are 2-11 against the
And then
spread.
another thing that I noticed, they've only been having the 7 teams in each, the AFC and NFC. How long has that been going on now? Like
It's the
3
second year, right?
or
the third?
second or third year?
Second.
But at least, I guess I don't have the stats in front of me, but it seems like the 7 seeds get their ass kicked a lot because it's the teams that shouldn't be in the playoffs
Only the
playing against the
second year.
team. It's the
Yes.
second?
Yeah.
It's
last
the
year,
third. The Saints-Bears was one, though, 2 years ago.
not 7.
7.
No, you are correct. 'Cause last year, both 7 seeds got destroyed.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I know it was the year before because I remember we were here for it.
It was the Eagles and the Steelers.
Last year was the first.
They both
year.
got smoked.
But it makes sense. It's the 7 seed that probably shouldn't be in the playoffs against the team that should have a bye. So, whatever. I know it's simple, but
Making money. What do you think?
I would just have to agree with everybody else here. I don't think this Dolphins team is going to be able to generate much offense with Skylar Thompson under center.
It's also kind of bullshit. It's bullshit.
It is kind of
Sucks.
bullshit.
Because the Dolphins with Tua, they were 8-3, cruising. They lost a couple games. They had a tough little schedule run, and with Tua, they lost to the Chargers on the road, and they lost to somebody else on the road. Oh, the Bills on the road. And then he gets hurt again, and the whole thing falls apart. Like the Dolphins, legitimately would be in the group with the top. They would be Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, and then fully healthy Tua. I think the Dolphins would be in discussion. I think you would have 4 teams that can win the AFC. As it is, you don't think they rose to that level?
They
were really fucking.
There was a point in time when I believe they were, but I think even some things other than Tua kind of felt. I mean,
Their defense got worse.
that was kind of part. They started letting up a lot more points. I felt like because even like in that first matchup in Miami against Buffalo, they won 21-19. They held them 19 points.
Yeah.
Even that was the classic Ken Dorsey losing his mind. They couldn't get the snap off.
Yeah.
But
that was
I mean, still.
Even so, even though the game earlier in the year when they beat the Ravens on that incredible comeback, they left up a lot of points.
For sure. No doubt.
Yeah. No, they were never a perfect team, but I think with Tua, they at least would have
They had
been.
a chance.
They had some peaks where you thought, wow, this team could win a Super Bowl. There was some moments in the season, for sure.
When they were 8-3, that run to 8-3.
It was when Tua came back and then they won all those games, and it was like they pretty much only lost when Tua
Well, it's
doesn't
just
play.
Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle. Like you couldn't stop it.
I'm just worried, like going forward. Is this the pattern for the Dolphins every year? Like, is Tua?
It's just the amount of concussions is scary.
It's
and the hip
Dev-
and the hip thing at Bama and
Like this many, like step 2 serious concussions where you miss multiple weeks.
yeah,
That's scary. And what is he, 24, 25? I mean,
yeah. Chargers -2.5 at the Jags. Megan, you have long blonde hair like Trevor Lawrence. I believe in Trevor Lawrence tremendously. I love the Jags. I bet the Jags almost every week this year. What's your perspective on this game, Megan?
I'm not quite sure how I want to play this game yet because I feel like the Jags, as you said, you've been betting on them a lot. I feel like they deserve to be here. Trevor Lawrence looks great, but at the end of the day, you still have Justin Herbert, who I think might be a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. I don't know how I want to play it.
I think 3 years from now, Trevor Lawrence will be a top 3 quarterback in the league, which is a hard nut to crack right now because there's a lot of guys in front of him.
and they're all young.
Mahomes is in front of him. Josh Allen's in front of him.
Burrow.
Herbert and Burrow are both in front of him. Like, it's going to be hard to get in there.
Jalen Hurts.
I mean, he's great.
Well-
Don't get me wrong. I just think that Herbert has the experience and
But it's
And
not
it's
like
just
Herbert
hard.
has all this playoff wealth of experience.
It's both
that
their
he's gonna
first
throw.
playoff game.
Yeah, so I mean, Herbert hadn't been here either. I don't know.
Plus, the
man.
Jags coaching staff, I feel like they can find a way to win.
I think
Chargers coaching staff can find a way to lose.
I think the Jags have a huge coaching advantage here.
Huge.
I would agree with that.
Peterson's
So
staff-
I just don't know how I want to play it. The only game I've played was the Bengals so far, and I took a -6.5, and that number's far gone.
Stop playing with your necklace and do a show, please.
It got caught up.
Maybe be a
You're acting
professional.
like a dad. Stop dadding me.
Well, yesterday Tommy broke a window.
With what?
A ball.
I don't know what he actually threw to break the window. I never got that far. I was just called in to talk to him, but he got mad. He was in our sunroom where our computer is for him, and his brother was messing with him, and he broke a window. Now, it was a double paned window. He only broke the first pane, so it's not cold in the house. It's fine. My wife did come up with a pretty ingenious punishment for him. So after he apologized an hour later, she made Tommy call the window shop and get the estimate and do the work and say, I broke a window at my mom's house. What's it going to cost to fix it? So she made Tommy do all the business.
That's good. Pretty responsible. That's responsible parenting. Right?
Yeah. So he's having to handle all that. We're only going to provide the credit card at the end, but he's handling all that.
I'm not gonna lie. He broke the window with his fist. I'd be impressed.
He didn't break the window with his fist. I know that. He had to throw. He threw something. I got there last night, and there was just a perfect hole where you could see that he threw something through it. I don't know how he didn't break the second one. I don't understand
We
that.
had some bulletproof glass at the Walker household.
Well, you got to.
I agree.
There's haters out there. The haters are plenty.
I believe we have an announcement. Some news just came out.
Ben bomb.
Not a Ben bomb. It's an NFL bomb.
Well, hold on. Are we going to play the breaking news music? What are we doing, guys?
I feel like Mintzy's going to announce some news that dropped like 30 minutes ago. But
Okay. All right, go.
It's been announced the Chiefs and if the Bills and Chiefs play in the AFC Championship, it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, that was about 30, 40 minutes ago.
I didn't know that. Barstool just announced it. Hey, think about what the over/under will be though inside.
More breaking news.
I actually like this. I like the fact that it isn't news to Mintz until Barstool announces it. Like we broke that news.
I've got the Barstool notifications. I guess it's just because I got the notifications.
What? Go ahead, Ebo.
Derek Carr announced he's leaving. Breaking news.
Derek Carr, New Orleans Saint.
Breaking news: Tua Tagovailoa not playing this weekend for the Dolphins.
Someone tell Frank.
O.J. Simpson.
Gotta break the news.
Innocent.
All right, back to the Jags and the Chargers. The fact that the majority of Americans seem to be betting the Chargers here.
Is that the case?
Well, the fact that it went back to 2.5, it was down to 1.
But so it opened to 3, went to 1 pretty quickly, and now as it kind of slowly worked its way back.
That just tells me. I feel like that tells me that people are betting the Chargers.
Because my initial knee jerk was I was having some pause because I want to bet the Jags, but I feel like everyone's betting the Jags. Maybe that's not the case. I'm gonna have to look into more of the numbers on
Ebo, can you see where the money is on the Jags and Chargers right now, please?
I have 1 point on that game. The Chargers, the Khalil Mack Bosa pass rushing combo could get. We've seen like those dominant pass rushes get hot in the playoffs. The Rams obviously did it last year.
Bengals did it last year.
Yeah, I just feel like hypothetically those guys could do it.
I could definitely see an under game here.
Really? See, this was if I were going to pick an over on the board, this would have been the one I picked. Because listen, last week Trevor and the offense were shitty. They were terrible. They shouldn't have won that game.
I liked the over too.
Yeah,
So
look,
really-
Herbert, I like as a quarterback. I mean, I'm sitting in Mush's seat, but fuck him. I like as a quarterback. He makes great throws. They sometimes just don't put up points on the board. Like you're talking like 30 plus. They just sometimes just don't.
I feel like they're just not like. I don't know the exact numbers on this. I feel like they're not great in the red zone.
No.
I feel like they settle for field goals a lot.
One thing,
and I feel like they go for it a lot and just don't get it.
One thing we're not talking about could be a hell of a uniform matchup, depending on what both teams wear.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love
The Chargers should be
the
wearing
uniform
white.
game.
Could be a beautiful game.
Could be well, I would assume they'd be probably black on white.
Yeah, is that what
Jags would probably wear black at home. Yeah,
well they wear
teal?
they wear teal, they wear
I
black.
feel like they wear black more.
I do think they wear black more. Doesn't feel
Night
like
game
they
feels like black.
don't feel like they embraced the
They
teal
wore
as
they wore
much as
teal.
used
They wore
to.
teal in the last game.
I want to see some Tony Baselli teal, some Fred Taylor action.
That Baselli teal, yeah.
Full Jaguar on the helmet.
Oh yeah.
Brandon, your
Mark
answer
Brunell just
on the
left
money
here.
on that game.
Yes.
58% of bets on the Jaguars, 58% of bets on the Chargers, 54% of the money on the Chargers.
All right, so the smart
like
money
that.
hasn't really weighed in
It's
yet.
pretty much that makes like split almost.
The most heavy money team on the board I'm looking at right now is the Giants, 92%. I don't know if this
Oh
is
my
updated
God.
or not.
92.
That's why okay, let's go back.
But it's 90%
I knew they were
money.
gonna be the
But it's like
biggest dog.
55
It's
tickets
probably
though.
dog.
Yeah, 53% of tickets.
So that's heavy.
Oh, that's
sharp,
smart money, yeah.
Smart money's all over the Giants.
Maybe a Mattress Mac or something came in.
I got to be honest.
Love that.
Let's switch to that
Mattress
game now.
Mac looked so sharp against TCU.
Yeah, Mattress Mac, man, that guy knows how to.
He did just hit a lick on the Astros.
He knows how to get his name out there.
Got
Yeah, I mean, he also had
Hits
TCU
literally
for
hits it like
pretty
every
bad.
year though because
Yeah, but
he
I'm saying
makes
he-
money no matter what.
He hit for like 30 mil on the Astros.
It was 75.
Yeah, but that's his business plan. He makes up for it in mattress money.
Well, he's a sharp businessman.
Well, I mean, he just has
Born
a
in
shit ton
Sharpeville,
of money, so he
Mississippi.
can gamble.
But he bets on his home teammates. That's not like taking a fucking huge
He does.
flyer
He
out
does.
I'll
of
still give
sharp.
you make $30 million of a bet. I'll still give you a credit.
No, I'm going to give him credit too, but it's not like he's looking for like the sharpest money out there and putting it on the complete underdog. He bet the most favored team in the history of Major League Baseball.
But he also bet TCU. He also bet Houston. So he does just bet hometown so that people in Houston will come and fucking, buy mattresses from him. Also,
business
Brandon,
move.
for what it's worth, I know you took compliments yesterday, but I really like your socks today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. And Megan, I took compliments on Twitter, and I think we're going to open the yak up today with my compliment minutes because we didn't have time to get to it yesterday. There's my daisies, or sunflowers. Not daisies, sunflowers.
Sunflowers.
Yeah, I love a good sunflower field.
Sunflowers are great.
Y'all have sunflower fields in PA? That's a southern
I
thing.
don't think fields, but we have sunflowers. I've seen sunflowers. Give my wife some sunflowers.
Love a good sunflower, and the seeds are delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah.
You have a preference on sunflower seed flavor?
No, I
Ranch and
just
barbecue.
I don't like flavored sunflower seeds. I just like salted sunflower seeds. I don't need flavors.
Oh, I don't even like salted, just roasted.
Ew, you
already
have to have
crunched
salt.
You
Come
gotta have
on.
salt on
sunflower
it.
seeds.
You have
Can't
to.
have-
They're always really salty, right?
They're very good for you if you like just get them. They
I'm not
actually
eating them to be good
Already
for me.
already taken out of the shell. Yeah, I don't.
Mintz, do you think that sunflower seeds, like when they're harvested, are already salty?
No, I think that I've just never eaten them hardly when they weren't salted. I guess I'm used to the ballpark.
You think they come with the barbecue on them?
No,
know. I agree with him. You
No, but it's like, I think sunflower seeds,
ever
I'm
seen a
sitting in the
barbecue-
stands at a baseball game, and I'm,
don't see a lot of unsalted sunflower seeds in the
No.
market.
I don't think I've ever seen any, to be honest.
Yeah. Definitely a top 3 seed that you eat.
Very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin seeds.
Oh, I love a good pumpkin seed.
Mhm.
Salted, though. It's got to be, like, super salty. Like, with kosher salt on it.
Kosher salt.
Yeah, like thick
You're
salt.
from fucking Louisiana. Don't act like you're getting kosher kosher.
It's
everything.
kosher salt. It's thicker. It's not like I'm just buying it from fucking Rouse's, Brandon.
You
It's
ain't
not like
gotta
I'm
you ain't gotta
splitting
you
the
ain't gotta
atom.
fucking cuss.
Oh, well, you did first. I was just following your lead, man. It's your show. I'm just doing what you do.
No, okay, relax. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Giants +3 at the Vikings, and we just heard that money. It's 90% of the money and 55% of the tickets on the Giants, which means the heavy money is on the Giants, or the big money. Yeah, the big bettors. Giants +3 at the Vikings, and see, maybe this is how basic bitch I am. I like the Vikings. They're being told they went 13-4, and they're being told how shitty they are. They're being told all these things. It's not like the Giants are a great team either. I mean, this is, Smitty has his hand up. Smitty, you're going to get the first go here.
Legitimate question. What time is the game being played?
4:30.
Second half is after dark.
The Sunday. But let's keep in mind, all these games technically are like they're standalones.
Mm-hmm.
They're all prime time. if you
Time.
will.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're all standalones.
Yeah. Okay.
Only game in the market. 4:30. Giants Vikings.
So you're saying that takes away Kirk Cousins' ability to be anonymously good at noon.
Adequate.
Yes, correct.
Takes away his ability to be adequate.
I just can't trust Kirk Cousins. I just can't.
Okay, I hear that, and I understand that. My thing is, you got 2 evenly matched teams. I think we could all.
Oh, I
agree.
disagree. I disagree.
You think the Giants are just better?
I think the Giants. I think the Vikings have better playmakers, but I think as a team in general, the Giants are a better team. They don't turn the ball over. They fucking excel like as a unit. They will keep it close, and I think they'll end up.
My thing was I think they're relatively even. And then one of the teams has far and away the best player on the field in Justin Jefferson.
Fair.
Like Kirk Cousins can be average Kirk or whatever you think about him, but he's still got a security blanket to fall back on that the Giants just don't have. This is not, if this were the Vikings against the Niners, if this were the Vikings against the Eagles, where there's a huge roster advantage, but there's not. And
It's coaching advantage.
the Vikings being told all week and all year that you're fake, you're phony, you're frauds, I think they can beat the Giants.
Can they beat us? Sure. Like I'd be ignorant to say they couldn't beat us.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think I agree with what Smitty said, and I agree with what you said. Obviously, Justin Jefferson probably when they're on offense, he probably is the best player in the field. But I was thinking in that game, we played him so well, we should have beat him. They kicked a 60-yard field goal at the buzzer to win, but we also were missing some significant pieces, like Xavier McKinney in the secondary and guys like that who we've gotten back. Who I think on our defense, like Leonard Williams is healthy.
Yeah.
Like Thibodeau's really came on.
Well,
like,
I will say this: whoever made the point, you made the point. When pass rush is getting hot in the playoffs,
ours is starting to get hot.
Thibodeau has turned into a fucking menace.
And Aziz Ajlari, who he was hurt a lot of the year, he's gotten healthy. He's like having those two as the bookend DNs and having Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence, who's literally first team All Pro nose tackle on the inside. Like that's a very nice front four that we put together, young and strong and physical.
You've been quiet on this game.
Yeah, I mean, both teams play games that go to the gun all the time. I mean, literally, they both
already played one together.
Yeah, I mean, and just did on Christmas Eve. But I just feel like, I mean, I know it's such a cop-out, but it just feels like a game that's going to come down to the wire.
I like the Giants so much as a team right now and how they're playing that I'm scared the Eagles are playing them second round.
Really?
Really?
I think you're giving a little bit too much credit to the Giants.
Not the way Jalen Hurts is banged up right now.
And Daniels played probably his best ball the last month. A lot of things have come together the last like 3-4 weeks, I feel like, for the Giants.
Smitty, I feel like this, like you're acting like you were whenever I was up when we were watching the World Series. Like you're like, there's no way this is actually going to happen. Like you're so on the cusp of an Eagles Super Bowl, and you're so terrified.
He's scared of his own shadow right now.
No. I hope for the worst, but expect the best. I hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Hope for the worst.
That's a Philadelphia fan mentality right there.
Also, the Eagles are in this weird spot where they were so dominant, kind of like limp to the finish line. With obviously Hurts being hurt, obviously a huge deal, but. I get where you are as a fan standpoint because you just don't know what to think.
I mean, it's not even Hurts. Like defensively, I mean, Gardner Johnson came back and played every snap. That's
Josh
great,
Sweat might be coming back.
Josh Sweat might be coming back. That'd be big. But Avonte Maddox is their nickel corner. He's one of the best nickel corners in the league. I mean, him being out's huge. Lane Johnson being out, huge.
I think he's back though.
He's questionable to be back, but he should be back. It all comes down to Hurts.
All right, now we move on to our next game, which is I don't know how much time we need to spend on Ravens +9 against the Bengals. If Lamar Jackson isn't playing, we're talking about either Anthony Brown or Huntley, right? I would love if Lamar Jackson miraculously healed and played. I would pick the Ravens to win this game.
Really?
I would. I just think. And I know, did last year change the entire franchise for Cincy? Did it change everything going forward? Is the fact that Burrow is the guy, does that change everything? Because Cincy has a long history of hosting this game in the playoffs against a division opponent and losing.
And the Ravens have a long history of going to the playoffs and losing with Lamar Jackson. So
no, the Ravens as a franchise have
as a franchise, but not with Lamar.
But then you could do the same with Burrow. I mean, they haven't lost with Burrow like that.
No, I'm saying
that's Andy Dalton and Marv Lewis team.
I know he's not.
Even
so, the hypothetical doesn't matter.
Hypotheticals always matter, Megan. We have to fill an hour. God damn it.
Here's another hypothetical. Then does Lamar Jackson take another snap as a Raven?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm going to say yes because I think they tag him.
But he's not going to like that.
Oh no, he's not going to like it. But
they just paid Roquan Smith. Huge.
He's not going to like it. But unfortunately, whether he likes it or not, they can tag him.
Oh, he's going to be tagged. They'll be idiots to let him walk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what, are they just let him go to the Jets or somebody?
Well, you have another option. Just pay the man.
Yeah, for sure. No, but I think now with him missing all this time for the second year in a row, he wants Deshaun Watson money.
Yeah.
Which he's
or Kyler Murray money,
which he's kind of deserved.
No,
of course he deserves it.
He deserves the thing with the Deshaun Watson changed the game with 100% guaranteed because now he wants that, and a guy that missed the second half of the year 2 years in a row, they want to listen. He should be paid.
It's a shame.
There's a certain you're going to give him 100% guaranteed when he's hurt half the time.
Well, the thing is, the last 5 years, quarterback after quarterback after quarterback has taken turns getting the biggest quarterback contract ever, right? It went from this guy to Dak to Sean
Wentz.
Allen to Mahomes.
Yeah. It's just been a steady cavalcade of guys getting paid, and it keeps going up a little bit. Well, it's now Lamar's time at the buffet, and they're trying to take his plate away.
Also, I think it's hurt him too that Browns will see. I think he's going to be better with a full offseason and everything, but those two contracts already you could be like they stink.
Yeah,
and I think the Ravens are a very smart franchise.
I think people thought the Deshaun Watson contract stunk when they signed it. Like
fair.
I don't know when he's going to play. And when they signed him, you didn't know when he was going to play.
What's the alternative for them?
I agree. That's why I think they should pay him. But I think he was getting to a point. It seemed like he was very because I think they were willing to pay him even more than Kyler Murray money. What I've been hearing and reading is that he is very set. He wants 100% guaranteed.
I got a question.
And that's the roadblock.
Let's say your team was in the playoffs and was a Midland team, like so many. Let's say you were a Colts fan or a Broncos fan or a fan of a team there at that level. Would you talk yourself into Derek Carr next year?
Yeah.
Pretty
If
easy?
I was maybe not like the Colts, I
Oh,
think
you're a good one.
Oh, the Saints.
That's what I'm saying,
The
the Sa-
fascinating
I would
one.
say the Saints, I'd say yes for sure. Like the Commanders, I'd say yes.
Colts. I mean, they haven't found.
Colts, I guess I would say yes, but
Cowboys.
Nah, come on, come on.
I think who else was I thinking of?
Here's one: if Daniel Jones absolutely sucks, would you rather have Derek Carr or
So
Daniel Jones?
But he just doesn't.
Daniel Jones has earned a spot.
Yeah,
This year he earned a spot, 100%. He doesn't suck.
I did see something over the last month or last 6 games. He was the highest rated quarterback in the NFL.
Hey, he's been playing good.
He's played. If you've watched
he makes
him all
good
season,
decisions and he doesn't turn the ball over.
He's-
Like, he's made
the
great
fumbles were the problem for years.
fumbles and picks have like just evaporated.
Yeah,
and
and
you
he's
mix
cleaned
in,
that up.
and he's got a gamer mode where he takes over with his feet sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm telling you, what's really gained my respect to is his teammates fucking love him.
Yeah.
Like Saquon loves him. They love him.
I have a
I think that means a lot.
I have a very important question for you before we go any further.
Okay.
If you were put in charge of an NBA basketball team for the rest of the season, and every player were available in a draft for the next 4 months.
The next 4 months, so age doesn't.
Right.
And everyone's fully healthy.
Everyone's fully healthy. Would you rather have Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, or Nikola Jokic?
I'd have Luka. I know it's close though. Nikola Jokic is probably the right answer, but
Who would you rather have? Who would be your second pick there?
fully healthy? Oh man. So 4 months like regular season, we count playoffs too.
Well, we are, yeah.
God dang it, that's so close. But it's just because the playoff. I'm gonna say Steph because the playoff thing, but I'm
I
probably
already
wrong.
picked Luka.
you already picked Luka, yeah.
But I was.
Admit, smartest
he was-
person in the room.
But Marty was more bullish than me. I said Luka. I think was fair.
Oh yeah, Luka.
I personally would choose Steph, but I think it's really close.
Luka he's the one man gang.
So is Jokic.
Oh yeah, but they hadn't done well in the playoffs with him though.
No, they haven't. But I mean,
And Luka I mean, let's be honest. Luka can take over a game the way Jokic can.
yeah.
And Luka got him to the.
I think he can much more.
Yeah, and he got him to the Western Conference Finals last year when
And
they
some,
weren't
with their
supposed to
second
be.
best player was Brunson.
Yeah, I mean what they
Pretty
did to the
impressive.
Suns in that game 7.
Brunson's pretty good.
He's very good, but I'm saying still I think that was very he's taking leaps and bounds as now the best player on the Knicks, but
Yeah.
But it's settled. Noted NBA expert Ben Mintz.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Also,
he's in business with the Pelicans.
I'll say I'm biased. I went to a game that Luka played last year in New Orleans, and he had like 38 in the first half, and I've never seen anything live like the performance he put on. I mean, my jaw was
Seeing
just.
somebody in person does change your.
I was tweeting somebody needed to arrest him,
Especially in
during the game.
NBA, like the way they score.
I mean-
I remember watching Dirk his rookie year, like in '98. I was there at my game with my dad. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Just switching left and right. I remember watching Karl Malone, just so seamlessly get enough space.
I watched. I went to the Nets game when I first got here, and I watched Kyrie play, and I was like, "Well, this guy's just different." I understand why they go through the shit because he was doing things that just look so easy.
Effortless.
When you see a superstar in person, it does change your perspective on a lot of things.
Can I be honest? I've seen LeBron play, and I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, well, he's not very good, Megan. That's a good point.
I just wanted to
That's a
make
good
sure
point.
that that wasn't a super hot take because I don't watch a ton of NBA, but
No.
I went to a Pelicans game when we played, and I watched LeBron James, and I just was not.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
It's kind
Kind
of
of might drop in, Megan. LeBron is mid.
thanks. I would agree.
that's kind of why Tim Duncan should probably get more respect than he did and does, because he
he-
just made it look so
Yeah.
fucking simple.
Yeah, don't get me started
a
on
little bank.
Don't
Just
get me
on-
started
just
on
on
all
bike
these
injury.
guys.
Who was
On all these guys who all of a sudden put Kobe ahead of Tim Duncan in that generation, because Tim Duncan should be at the top of that.
who was the Sports Center guy that when he would do the highlights he'd be like Timmer?
Oh, who was that? Was that Neil? That wasn't
Neil Everett.
it Neil
It was
Everett?
Neil Everett. Yeah.
By the way, do they still do Neil Everett Sports Centers, or is it just all Scott Van Pelt all the time?
It used to be him and Stan Verrett. Used to be.
Yeah,
But
they were in
Van
LA.
Pelt doesn't do true speed does his own version.
Right.
Like
Or
he doesn't
do they
do true,
have
like
the
anchor.
Do they have the actual Sports Center?
I think they do. They have the Matt Berries of the world, and those guys do it. I think. It's just
Are
they're
Neil and
just-
Stan still kicking?
I hope because they're great together.
Yeah, I like them. They were good.
And also just classic this Neil Everett, just Everett and a Verrett.
Oh, but
It flows so nicely.
Neil Everett, by the way, was underrated. He was good.
The two of them together, I thought, were very underrated.
We'll never have
Great-
we'll never
great
have
chemistry.
We'll never have the '90s again where you had 6 or 7 just goats.
It's like Van Pelt, Dan Patrick,
Kilborn,
Stuart Shed, R.I.P. Stuart.
Yeah, but they were
Scott,
good
the
because
GOAT.
that was the premier destination to watch.
Maine.
But they were
I
also
can't remember last time.
They were all good.
They were just better.
great.
Yeah.
Like like Stuart Scott, the catchphrases, like all
But
the.
look at like Kyle Brandt. I think Kyle Brandt's great. If this were the '90s, he would be on
Yeah, he would.
SportsCenter
He's good.
instead of Good Morning Football.
It's good. Yeah.
Hey, just a quick announcement. We have a couple contest winners from the Cyber Monday competition back with us checking it all out.
Oh, what's
Hell
up?
yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome, guys.
Welcome to Barstool.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good stuff.
Little
He's got a
airtime.
He's got a Barstool hat on. He's got a Florida Marlins hat because apparently he's a dick.
That's a fire hat. That's
It's shots
That's
fired.
one of the
Charlie
best-
Huff
That guy's
right
got a
there.
Barstool hat on. Read the room, man.
that's one of the better logos.
That's a good hat.
Logo.
That's a good hat.
Florida Marlins strong logo.
That's a good hat.
Disrespect Charlie Huff like that.
F Conine.
Yeah.
Um,
Charles Johnson. What an arm he had.
what an arm. What an arm. The Marlins are so weird, man.
They are, yeah.
Because if you look at like
It's back when they mattered.
there is no historical Marlin. There is no Marlin where you're like, oh, who?
Say
This?
Josh Beckett.
No, not really.
I
He
guess
had
because he went to the Red Sox.
good years. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Well, yeah. Okay. Jose
But he
Fernandez.
was only
That is
20.
jersey.
Problem was he was only 24 though.
Like a skinny Miguel Cabrera, a 20-year-old Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
AJ Burnett.
Okay, we're just all named Marlins. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Was Cliff Floyd on that team?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that team
He
was.
was, right?
Yeah. Gary Sheffield was a Marlin.
He was the 97 on the
Bonilla.
97 team.
Cliff Floyd. There's a name.
Wouldn't
Paul, right?
Moises Salou was on the 97 team too? I think.
Moise Alou was on every team that won in the '90s.
Besides the
Juan Pierre. There's one.
Yeah. That a little later though.
Yeah, he was on the 03 team.
Mike
though.
Cameron?
what?
I don't think Mike
No,
Cameron was a
no,
Marlin.
I don't think so.
I think he was a.
Mariner.
Derek
Mariner
Lee.
and a Brewer,
They had
I
like
think.
Derek Lee, Mike Lowell, AJ
Lowell they
Burnett,
did.
Beckett. Dontrell Willis was a rookie.
Young
I
AJ
think.
Burnett was.
Dontrell Willis might be one.
He was a little bit later. I love Dontrell Willis.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do. What's that?
I don't think he was on 97. He might have
Oh
been.
no, he was 2004 or 5.
Yeah, he was right.
He might, wait, was he not? Oh, he wasn't a rookie
I
on
don't
the
think
03
he
thing.
might have
I
been.
think he might have just missed it.
Okay.
He either
And,
just missed it or
No,
might have been,
Cabrera was a rookie on that team. I
might have been
know.
buried on their bullpen. He might have been there. I don't
That
know.
windup was just awesome.
Dan Uggla. I swear to
Train.
God. Dan
Dan
Uggla
Uggla.
batted 068 his entire career, but batted 700 against the Phillies.
All right, I have some either ors. Are y'all ready?
Sure.
We went to
Already?
Bucks Cowboys.
Which
first?
top 2 seed in these playoffs is the most upset prone? Which top 2 seed is the most likely to get bounced early? And I think it's the San Francisco 49ers. Because at some point, Brock Purdy has to make a play. You can't just sit here and be in all the roster. Brock Purdy is the worst quarterback in this league or in this playoff right now. So
Well,
It's-
the worst that's not a backup.
true.
Yeah, yeah,
the worst
correct,
that's not Huntley
that is correct.
or the Tua thing.
Well, you're right, but I mean, he's just like. I think it,
The difference in winning the regular
I don't
season games-
think that's fair. I don't think that's a fair either war because it's obviously the Bills.
Why? What's
It's,
the Bills?
it's obviously the Bills are going to survive if in a situation over the 49ers.
I'm going to say the Eagles.
Oh, you meant top 1 or 2?
top 1 or 2 seed.
Okay.
Most likely to get beat early.
Oh yeah, it's Eagles.
I think Eagles just because of the way, just the injuries.
I
And
think it's the
stuff.
Niners. Not this week, but next week, perhaps.
I feel like Christian McCaffrey is about to just go on a mission from God in these playoffs. And he's
And-
been waiting on this with
He can't do
Shanahan.
it by himself, though.
I don't,
And the Eagles might have to play the Cowboys, which would be a very tough
I
second game.
And I don't. Yeah,
First
yes,
game for them.
yes. You're saying it's going to come down to Brock Purdy making a play. He has to make some plays.
Yeah.
But when you got Debo, you got Kittle, you got McCaffrey, you got that defense. Like,
Great offensive
going to help. He might not have to until the end.
All right.
Unless Brock Purdy makes mistakes, and then if you're waiting
But-
for him to make those
Tell me-
plays. it could
A,
turn
he
into
hasn't
mistakes.
made any mistakes thus far, and B,
Thus far.
he
but
might not be put in the position.
Yeah, but thus far has been the regular season. Now it's getting serious.
But he's done more than like not make mistakes. He's played well.
Pick
He's
one.
got that fucking Iowa State swag.
Yeah,
he does have some
that's
swag.
Legend. Yeah,
No, he's got some
I
swag.
didn't
Iowa
realize
State swag
Iowa
goes a long
State
way.
Had swag.
no, they got it. That patented Iowa State swag. That Seneca Wallace swag.
Cyclone.
Pick one team outside the top 3 seeds in both leagues that could get to the Super Bowl. I don't see how it's not the Cowboys.
It's because you love Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think
Like,
they're,
you wanna
they're the
kiss
best
him on the
roster
mouth.
outside the top 3 seeds.
They've had the best roster in the NFL outside the top seed for the last
Okay, well, who
years.
is it then? I asked the question.
I mean, it's the Cowboys, the Chargers. I think the Chargers, if they got hot with that pass rush thing, like I was talking about, and Herbert got hot. But the problem is, man, the AFC, I mean, they got to win 3 in a row. You got to go to Buffalo. You know, if they win, you got to go to Buffalo and KC back-to-back or Cincinnati.
Josh Allen and
I mean, that is
back-to-back.
no, the Dallas thing's a better path for sure.
And also, if the Giants win the divisional round, the Giants are in the Super Bowl in my mind.
I think
You're being.
I mean, this is a
crazy
little
about
out
it.
of hand.
Now
Yeah. Okay.
I think making the playoffs is pretty damn
You were a
big.
little subtle. You were getting it in pretty good.
I knew he was then. Now he's just going to like
I mean, come on.
guaranteeing a loss.
I'm not guaranteeing anything.
All right.
That would be pretty.
Who would win if they played right now? Who would win if they played right now? The current WNBA champs or the 1986 Boston Celtics?
If they played right.
I like women. I say women rule the world. Women will, no matter what.
Oh, you mean at their ages?
Right now,
Like,
yeah,
right now, like I'm like 65.
Larry Bird winning his third
He's
MVP.
66 years old.
I
He's
feel like Bird's back is probably in rough shape.
Larry Bird will be throwing his
Are
body.
they all
around
still
now.
alive? Bird, Parrish.
well, Dennis Johnson.
Dennis Johnson, yeah.
So we're gonna have to use the backup point guard.
Playing women like Brittany Griner, gonna be fucking shoulder checking all of them.
She's not on the
Just
current
knocking them to
WNBA
their
champs.
ass.
So you have like McHale, Ainge.
Right. I mean, it's
Y'all stop being haters.
I'm asking a question.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening
The
players.
women would get it done.
For the sake of discussion, I'm just
I
listening.
mean, Kevin
players.
McHale's still 6'10".
Bird is what?
They're so tall.
He's 66 years old.
He's 66.
Oh,
His
so
back,
they're made
his
of
back is as
glass.
crooked as a question mark. He's still not missing a shot.
He's
He
not
might not be able to move.
Right.
But he's not missing a
All he has
shot.
to do is give it in like 30 feet of the basket.
The conditioning is a question.
The conditioning's
I think they struck
A major question.
48 minutes does sound pretty
that
tough.
third, fourth quarter comes to they start running them to death.
This also, y'all all sound like guys that say that y'all could beat like Serena Williams.
I
in
asked a
tennis.
hypothetical. I asked a hypothetical. You can answer
I
it.
didn't even think
however
anyone
you
was like solidified that they would win.
want. Again,
I didn't say that.
Are they playing like NBA dimensions with a WNBA ball or an NBA ball? Like
NBA ball, NBA game, NBA court, NBA minutes.
I think the 3-point line might be an issue for both teams, considering it was like 4 feet closer for Bird.
I think for the Celtics, if you can shoot, you can. I think they're still going to be able to shoot. The shooting is not the least of their concerns.
And they're still taller. so-
Danny Ainge looks like he can still run around.
All their shoulders are probably fucked though.
And knees. Their knees are
too.
made of glass.
These two, for sure.
All right.
We were talking about that. What is the highest level of competitive basketball that we as a show could assemble a team and beat? Is it a freshman basketball team?
I'd say a middle school basketball team.
No,
probably.
a CYO
Maybe.
Parish, 4th grade.
Honestly,
JV.
we're lucky we got some height in this room.
Which current quarterback in the NFL will be a coach in 20 years?
Tom Brady, because he's a
We're
narcissist.
saying Davis Webb.
Davis Webb's that is a coach
Yeah,
name.
we were saying Davis.
That's a coach name.
Stanford.
Davis,
Davis Mills or Webb?
Davis. Oh.
maybe both, but Webb.
Mills of Stanford.
Either one, both of them. Davis, the Davises.
Uh,
Which current NFL?
Current starter.
Yeah,
Put it that
current
way.
starter.
Current star.
I feel like you've got you. You can't be
Mills.
too good. You got to be just like.
I know,
decent.
right?
Could Daniel Jones be its coach?
I think he's quiet.
Sam
He's too
Darnold?
quiet.
Nah, I mean, he's still too young. To kind of
Andy
figure it out.
Dalton.
That's a pretty good one,
Not
actually.
bad. Yeah, not bad at all.
Dalton's a good one.
But he wouldn't be an NFL coach. He'd be like a JUCO Division
Oh,
II.
he'd be like a MAC coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you're retired, if you're an athlete right now, okay, I lay out the next 20 years for you. Would you rather be the color commentary on your local TV broadcast for your team, or be the position coach of the position you play for the next 20 years?
Color.
Yeah, color commentary.
Wait, when you say, what do you mean exactly by local?
The
Like you're just saying you would just call
Giants, if
like,
you're
just call Giants games. on the
Giants
radio?
broadcast. Yes.
I'd rather be that guy.
Yeah, so basically Mike Quick for the Eagles.
So let's say you're an offensive lineman for the Giants. You can be the offensive lineman coach for the next 20 years, or you can be the color commentary for their local
what's funny?
broadcasting.
I'll be the voice of the Giants.
Matt Stairs went to the booth to hitting coach.
Really?
Yeah, in one season.
Guys' stock rises in the booth.
Hold on, time out. Matt Stairs is a hitting coach. Matt Stairs
It wasn't for long.
hit like 204 with 90 home runs.
Dude,
Struck out a million times.
He just fucking
Those who can't
pummeled
do
them.
teach.
Yeah.
But he hit some He hit
It's
bombs.
nukes.
He hit bombs.
So I mean, the guy who actually said on air millions of times while just stone colding beers would say, "Hey, I just go up there and swing as hard as I can. I
Well-
don't care if I hit or not." Actually, became a professional hitting.
Stairs was actually like
That's funny.
It was more like 20 years too soon. Like the league is full of Matt Stairs now. It's guys that just strike out a lot and hit bombs.
Yeah, if he walked a decent amount, they'd have hard-ons for Matt Stairs.
All right. Would you rather next year for your college football team have it be quarterbacked by a 5-star freshman, fresh out of high school, or a transfer first-team All-MAC quarterback?
Give me the MAC quarterback.
Yeah.
5-star freshman or first-team All-MAC transfer?
What is the
Points,
MAC transfer
baby,
a
points.
junior? Like what year?
He's going into his junior year.
He's got 2 years.
So let's say basically, would you rather have basically like DeQuan Finn?
DeQuan Finn or Arch Manning?
Look, the
Quan Finn for
the
this
correct
season.
the correct answer is based on your program. So for Temple, you're taking the 5-star recruit. But if you're established already and just need someone to steady the ship,
All right.
the MAC quarterback,
Let's say you just got the Arizona State job.
5-star,
Give me DeQuan Finn.
5-star.
I want to win. I want to win now. You said it for one
You
season.
just got a job. I'd go for the 5-star freshman because your job's not like you're allowed to grow a little bit. Your job's not on the line.
I was thinking more as like it's for just one season.
Which professional sport, we just watched the World Cup end on penalty kicks, which professional sport would be the best to adapt the penalty kick model to end games? Meaning, obviously you could say a field goal contest to end NFL games. You could say a home run derby to end MLB games. You could say a three-point shooting contest to end NBA games. Which one would be? Yes, Ebo.
I would love if it was a free throw contest, like the 5 people you have on the floor, and
Yeah.
like maybe you like imagine the Lakers when they had like Shaq and
think
like
it
they
should-
just lose a
I think
championship
it
because
should be-
Shaq can't make a free throw.
I
Ben
think it should be
Simmons.
the 5 people who played the most minutes that night have to be your 5 free throws.
Yeah, and you just rotate through.
Yeah, because you can't. You could stack it at the end. You could put your free throw shooters
Yeah.
in. 5 people that played the most minutes are your free throw shooters.
And the pressure.
I would say home runs just because it's the hardest thing to do, I think.
Yeah, but not batting practice home runs. They're not hard.
But they wouldn't be batting practice home
Yeah,
runs.
they
It
would.
be fucking-
It'd be
It'd be like
Why
a
would-
derby. Yeah.
You didn't say that.
I said derby. I said home run
Oh,
derby.
you did say that. You did
Yeah.
say home run derby. Like you're
I
right.
think
yeah.
derby would be, if you go off kind of what you said about the highest 5 minutes, you take the 9 guys in the lineup.
I think you take 5. 5 guys. They get 1 pitch. If it's a bad pitch,
Oh well.
I think it's the free. I think the free throws is the best because
Take both
the
managers,
pressure.
put them out there. First one to hit one out, go.
that could last forever.
Gabe
Dusty
Kapler.
Baker, do something.
Okay, yeah. It always comes back to Dusty Baker. All right, yeah.
Yankees would be in a good spot.
Exactly.
Free throw competition. Oh, the pressure of like a college basketball game coming down in a home gym
Calipari coach free throw shooting team.
coming down to free throws. It's just something to think about.
I think the basketball would be the most drama.
So the NBA, I just feel like they're too good of shooters that they would just like make them all.
Not Ben.
I get the pressure. I get the pressure aspect, but
Yeah, no, that idea works really well for college basketball.
college, I think it works very well.
Yeah. Let's see. Is that all I had? Who was 5-star? Yep. Would you rather win 1 major in golf or finish top 5 in half your tournaments for 5 years?
Finish top 5, you said, in half your tournaments for.
I think you'd make a
You
shit
never-
ton
you
more
never
money
win.
if you got
Never
top
win, though.
5. Yeah, but if you got top 5 with the way the money is now, if you got top 5 and half your tourneys for 5 years, that's. I mean, I know the endorsements come out of a major, but like as far as dollars and cents, like
I would take top 5 unless
Yeah.
it was the
Are we
Masters.
talking in the live or the PGA?
It is the Masters.
I was gonna say.
I'll take the Masters.
oh, it's the Masters.
I want a green jacket.
Yeah.
You can buy a green jacket whenever you want.
And
No,
Masters,
the
you're invited to. You win a Masters, you're invited to everything, no matter what.
Yeah.
all the top 5s. Give me all the money.
You're basically describing like, would you rather be Xander Schauffele or what's his face?
Like Danny Willett,
Yeah, like
Wow.
yeah,
Tony
Danny Willett or
Finau.
Xander Schauffele.
Rest
Like
in
Xander
peace,
Schauffele
Colby.
finishes top 5 at every tournament.
like Ricky Fowler, or like Danny Willett.
I think I'd rather be Danny Willett with the Masters.
I'd rather be Fowler.
We'll be talking about Danny Willett in 20 years.
But like he'll be like a trivia question. People will remember Fowler.
Value in being a trivia question.
That's fair, but I think people, if you like lived in this generation, you'll remember. Oh, Fowler, really good player. Unfortunately, you'll be like couldn't get over the hump.
I like my one and done.
I don't think that's a
I
great way to
think
be
that's-
remembered.
It's not the best.
Brandon, would you rather be remembered as a bust like Zach Wilson or fade into oblivion like Jake Locker?
I mean, I think Locker was considered a bust. Your top 10.
Yeah, but no one
No,
thinks
he's
of
not a
it.
bust, but like no one. He wasn't like an
I
asshole.
think it was the level of bust that Zach Wilson.
And he didn't totally. Yeah, he wasn't just like the worst player ever on a good team.
Yeah, like Ryan leaves Zach Wilson or like Christian Ponder or Jake Locker.
I don't think I'd like to fade into obscurity. I'd almost rather be remembered as like, because Zach Wilson's cashing a lot of checks.
He's very relevant.
Plus that comeback arc in like 20 years where you're like,
Yeah.
I learned a lot of lessons along the
in
way.
5 years, when Zach Wilson comes off the bench for the Broncos and wins a playoff game, the story is it's going to be awesome. He'll definitely be a backup that plays a meaningful game.
Oh no, he's
for the
not going to
team
just like
soon.
be out of the league. I don't think
One of the quarterback guru coaches is going to try to stash him as a backup.
he'll get a couple more chances.
All right. Anything else? We got about
You ever
6
see the
minutes.
Odell video?
Megan, how's your life going?
It's going good. Does anyone else think that Zach Wilson kind of looks like JoJo Siwa?
I don't know what
Little
JoJo Siwa looks like.
A little bit.
Not only do I not know what JoJo Siwa looks like, I don't know what JoJo Siwa is.
Very like famous young girl. She's more like a Disney Channel.
She's
type.
actually like
I like young girls.
24 now or something.
Is she that old
but-
now?
Yeah, and she came out. She's got really short hair now, but still wears all like the bows and stuff. It's kind of bizarre, but they look alike.
All right.
Yeah.
Ebo, you didn't give me an advertisement. I don't have an advertisement.
No longer. It got canceled right before the show. I heard Bedminster was coming in.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Pulled out literally at 11:59.
Been there, brother.
You don't pull out.
No, I'm not good. Okay, so I guess we can do picks and we can circle back on whatever we got. Megan, you are a lady. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I have Drexel -4. I have Troy -2. I have UM Milwaukee money line. I have Arizona State +5, Colorado +4, Southern Miss +8, Washington -2, and Utah +12.
Can I tell y'all something I didn't do last night? Big F, you might have done the same thing. So I bet TCU plus it was +7 when I got it because I bet it when it was like 2-0 Texas. I bet TCU +7. At halftime, you could get Texas +700, and I said TCU +7 feels really good because they're up 13. Why not? But Texas is going to make a run. Bet a little on the money line and see if you can't find this. Get
middle.
Yeah, and I didn't do it, and I followed that game, and Texas won the fucking game, and it's like
TCU covered though.
They did
TCU
cover.
covered.
No, I didn't do that.
like
I was on
crazy.
Texas. I was on TCU. I didn't really even consider it, to be honest. I was flipping back from a bunch of different games, so I wasn't even like.
TCU handled them with ease for about 30 minutes.
Deep in the second half, they're up like 10 points.
Yeah. But TCU did, in fact, cover. Smitty!
3-0 last night, boys and girls.
I don't care.
What a comeback.
Nobody cares.
Bam over 2.5 assists. Also like Miami, but we'll stay on the Nets today. A lot big net day. And then money line parlay, and also a bet with Smitty and Embiid over 30, Harden over 10 assists. Sixers -4.5. They're -9.5 at home against the
So the Nets are playing the Celtics.
Celtics at home.
Celtics are on back to back.
Gigantic on the Nets. Everything was Nets.
Big Nets guy tonight.
Big F.
It's Ben Simmons.
Yes, I'm on Ohio State, Minnesota over 137, Michigan +6 in Arizona late night tonight. Oregon State's awful. Arizona -15.
Me. Oh, Mintzy. 76ers. You read.
I did Philly -9.5. I took the Blazers a 3-point home dog against Cleveland, and I mean I don't know. I was looking for a third pick, so I took the Lakers +3 at home.
Best record on the show so far. Congrats, Ben.
Brandon's 5-5.
I like the Nets too. Actually, I like the Nets a lot at home tonight to win that game against the Celtics. So I got the Cavs -3 on there on the road against Portland, and Iowa -5.
Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with the Big Ten right now. It seems like teams you thought were good are bad. Teams you thought were bad are good. The Big Ten hasn't figured itself out yet.
No, I would agree. Big 12 is unbelievable.
Like Iowa is a team that you thought would be here and then has been here at times, but they've also got the ability to be here. It's Iowa's weird.
Does Iowa have some injuries? Isn't somebody out for Iowa?
Well, we got an anxiety problem, I think, with the coach's son. But I just want to say right now, Brandon Walker, Barstool Sports, I have never done my listeners a better service than by telling you after one practice in November that bet Mississippi State unders every time they play basketball this year. It is now 13-3 to the under.
Thank you, Brandon.
13.
Yeah,
you did.
13-3 to the under, and last night's I almost want to tell you now, let's start chasing alternate unders because last night's didn't get close.
It was the easiest of all time.
You said 48 points, right?
It covered by 21 points, and that's with Georgia scoring a lot late. It was disappointing, depressing, but hey, if they're gonna not be able to score, we're gonna make money off of it, right? Megan making money.
Absolutely.
Brandon, how was the mic'd up experience for the state of Ole Miss? I watched
It was good. I was
content.
and I treated. Did you see yourself?
I did see myself. I commented, I hope he graduated faster than me.
I mean, that kid looked.
he looked
exactly.
I mean, he looked a little thinner, to be honest. I thought he might.
Is that what you looked like when you were 20?
I was kind of big. I was
Okay, all right.
But no, but that
We
dude
need
did.
some Ben Mintz throwback picks. Like we just need
I've got one for the Super Bowl when I was real fat, but
You didn't see your son?
my son.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the guy we're talking about.
Oh, I saw him. Yeah. Oh, I saw the Brandon one. No, he
But
did.
he's about 20 seconds behind everybody else today. It's okay. It's not a big
I
deal.
did.
Yeah.
Now we can say why.
Yeah. No, we're not going to say why.
Breaking news.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Hank Aaron passes Babe Ruth as the all-time home run champ.
I thought you were just gonna say passes.
Well, that would have worked too.
Yeah, it would have.
715 home runs. And who was the pitcher he did it off of? Al Downing of the Los Angeles
Al Downing.
Dodgers.
I was going to say that before you cut me off.
Happened April 8th, 1974.
1974.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I just flex on you, hoes.
Well, you're a Braves fan.
No, I'm just a sports fan.
Oh, you're a Braves fan.
Old.
I knows everything. What?
Yeah,
Just
facts.
old.
It happened 5 years before I was born. Doesn't count. Whatever.
It does.
The Yak is up next, and we're opening up with the compliment minute that I didn't get yesterday. So, everybody enjoy.
They're gonna do Brandon's compliment minute from yesterday. I'm just gonna hit master mute while it's happening. Brandon's gonna take his headphones off so he can't hear it's muted, but so he's gonna think he's getting complimented for a minute, but no one will hear anything.